Asia's luxury travel world once felt effortless, warm, and endlessly inviting to Western travelers. But in 2026, something subtle and emotional is changing beneath the surface. Travelers still arrive expecting the same glow they remembered, yet many quietly admit the atmosphere feels softer and slightly distant. Hotels look just as polished, but the human energy that defined Asia's hospitality has shifted in quiet ways. Guests describe the same beautiful rooms but a different emotional pulse, a calmness that feels unfamiliar. Many say they can't explain it, only that the region feels both stunning and strangely subdued. Bangkok's rooftops still shine, yet the rhythm of service feels slower and more reflective. Bali's resorts remain breathtaking, but the island's warm energy feels calmer and more muted. Singapore sparkles with its usual precision, yet visitors sense a new emotional restraint in the experience. Tokyo remains organized and immaculate, but travelers feel a quiet detachment that wasn't there before. It isn't decline, and it isn't crisis, it's something more nuanced and harder to label. Western travelers who return year after year say they notice the change immediately upon arrival. The airport feels familiar, but the atmosphere feels slightly less personal and slightly more procedural. Taxi rides feel smoother than ever, yet the effortless connection once common between locals and visitors feels different. Even the greetings at luxury hotels feel more reserved, as if something emotional is holding back. Travelers sense a quiet shift in how hospitality is delivered, even if they don't fully understand why. Across Asia, luxury still looks perfect, but perfection doesn't feel the same as warmth. Many guests say their stays are flawless on paper, yet emotionally lighter than before. They feel cared for, but not in the deeply personal way they once remembered. This subtle distance is shaping how Western travelers describe their trips in 2026. They return home with beautiful photos, but fewer stories and fewer unexpected moments. Luxury has become smoother, but also quieter and less spontaneous. Something that once made Asia extraordinary is now harder to find. Travelers describe a new calmness that feels peaceful at times and hollow at others. They love the destinations, yet feel slightly more like observers than participants. Even in cities full of life, Western tourists say the emotional connection feels thinner. Markets feel slower, nightlife feels softer, and familiar places feel slightly unfamiliar. The change is small enough to ignore, yet big enough to feel. Luxury experiences remain impressive, but they no longer carry the same emotional weight. Travelers sense that hospitality staff are stretched thinner, even if the service remains precise. The smiles are still kind, but they feel more professional than personal. The warmth that once lasted from check-in to check-out now flickers only in small moments. Western guests feel grateful for the service, yet notice a quiet fatigue behind it. These subtle differences leave travelers wondering why the experience feels slightly incomplete. They can't point to a single moment, only a feeling that the old energy is harder to find. For many, the shift becomes clear only after a few days of observing the rhythm of daily life. The streets feel calmer, the crowds feel lighter, and the interactions feel more reserved. Luxury remains luxurious, but the emotional experience has changed shape. And travelers are beginning to question what that means for the future of the region. As travelers explore deeper into Asia, they notice that even the most iconic destinations feel subtly quieter. The familiar spark that defined the region's hospitality still exists, but it shines in shorter bursts. Luxury hotels continue to offer beautiful experiences, yet guests sense a shift in how staff connect with them. Small conversations feel briefer, and the warmth found in past visits feels more measured. Travelers appreciate the care but feel the interpersonal magic is slightly harder to reach. They still admire the precision of service, yet they miss the natural flow that once made every stay unforgettable. Across cafes, markets, and beaches, interactions feel slightly more transactional and slightly less spontaneous. Western visitors say they feel welcomed, but not always embrace the way Asia once was known for. The change doesn't feel negative, just different in a way that's hard to understand. Many describe it as a soft emotional distance that wasn't present in previous years. Some believe the shift comes from rising costs and growing pressures within the travel industry. Others think it reflects a cultural recalibration after years of intense tourism demand. Whatever the cause, the emotional fabric of hospitality has subtly changed. The gestures remain beautiful, but the emotional depth feels thinner. Travelers still enjoy incredible stays, but fewer moments feel truly unforgettable. They leave with admiration, yet not always with the deep sense of connection they once carried home. Luxury is still present everywhere, but now it feels more like a polished product than a shared experience. Western tourists say the region feels more structured and less expressive than before. Some describe the shift as a natural evolution, while others see it as a quiet loss of character. The emotional atmosphere of travel has softened, creating a new kind of calm that feels both peaceful and distant. This softer rhythm changes how travelers move through cities, beaches, and cultural landmarks. Where once there was an unexpected spark, now there is a gentle, steady flow. Travelers still feel safe and inspired, but the emotional highs are less frequent. Even stunning destinations feel like they're offering less of the intangible warmth they were once famous for. Luxury now leans more toward elegance than emotion, and that shift shapes the entire journey. Visitors cherish the beauty, yet they feel something missing beneath the surface. They leave with gratitude, but also with unanswered questions about why the region feels different. For many Western travelers, the realization comes late in the trip when they reflect on their experience. The views were perfect, the food was delicious, and the service was precise, yet something felt incomplete. They didn't feel the same emotional connection that once made Asia feel like a second home. It's this feeling that travelers quietly talk about when describing their 2026 journeys. They sense a hidden shift that can't be seen in photos, only felt in the atmosphere. It's a softness that makes luxury feel calm but slightly less alive. It's a distance that makes hospitality feel professional but less personal. And it's a change that travelers can't fully explain, yet almost everyone notices. Asia's luxury world is still one of the most beautiful on the planet. But in 2026, Western travelers feel that something intangible has shifted in the emotional heart of the region. They wonder if the old warmth will return or if they are witnessing a new era of travel quietly taking shape. This change reshapes your perception, instilling a newfound awareness that lingers long after it arrives. You'll find yourself transformed. Embracing this shift allows you to navigate life with clarity and purpose, revealing paths previously obscured. Each moment becomes richer, and the world around you is imbued with deeper meaning. Ultimately, this journey into self-awareness is not just a phase, it marks the beginning of a profound evolution. This curiosity beckons adventurers to explore the evolving tapestry of luxury that Asia has to offer. As they delve deeper, they encounter a blend of tradition and innovation, where age-old customs harmoniously intertwine with modern luxuries, promising an unparalleled journey through a realm where opulence knows no bounds. This evolution invites all to witness Asia's brilliance in redefining luxury. They find solace in the journey, realizing that change brings depth and richness, transforming their experiences in ways they never anticipated. Ultimately, it's the unpredictability of these emotional shifts that makes their adventure profound, a testament to how life's scenic routes often lead to the most meaningful revelations and connections.